This is our Youth on the Rise segment. Excuse me, our Youth on the Rise segment. On our youth today is Mr. Leeandro.noray. Leeandro, good morning and welcome to you.
Good morning, yeah.
Leeandro, you are arranger, steel pan soloist, music producer, and that's just to name only 3 of your hats.
That could fit on paper.
That could fit on paper, because we have to be mindful of space. But it really is a pleasure to have you on our program this morning, and I must say, viewers, that Leeandro is also an employee here, a colleague of ours at Tobago Channel 5. He works in the technical department, and so he's also technical operator, cameraman, editor.
You live it.
It couldn't all fit on paper. Tell us, Leeandro, how early did you get your start, or how early did your music career start?
Well, actually, I could say I was born into music, because the yard that I actually grew up in is who making speaker box, who is DJ, you name it, everything with music, pan on the side, so I couldn't get away.
Tell us about the yard that you grew up in. Where is this yard? Who is in this yard?
Signal Hill, that's, everybody know the Norays, we have the barber shop, the hair salon, and everything in the yard. That's basically the Norays in Signal Hill.
Okay. Okay, so you grew up around music.
All the time.
Tell us some of the relatives you have who are very involved in music.
Well, my uncle Glenford, he's the one that actually get me started in pan, because to tell you the truth, I did hate pan.
Why?
Because them time we didn't even have cable yet. It's so old, I'm not old, it's just there. And, you know, we didn't even have cable yet. I was just watching TV, and all there is Channel 2 and Channel 6. And they was playing Panama and was it Channel 2, so I switched on 6. And Panas over here, when he was playing Pan again, so I turned off the TV. I still hearing Pan. I said, no, man, I ain't going crazy. So I look outside, see my uncle Glenford have a small band set up there. So I go across and peep to see what really going on. That same day, I learned the song they was playing. Same day. I said, nah, man.
In a day's time, you learned the song.
I said, nah, man, that was too easy. I feel leave my thing here. And that was it from then. I never go back on music. And plus, Glenford doesn't make speaker box. Glenford is everybody knows Glenford as a DJ. So everything, I kind of get the DJ thing I learned from them too. Even KGB, we live right up the road. Used to come down and take a practice. I used to just stand up there and watching them by the table.
And admire them.
So that's why I get into the music part too.
The
actual DJ and stuff.
So pan was your first instrument, was it? All right. And what would be your instrument of choice today? Because that was, what, 13, 14 or so years ago. What would be your instrument of choice today?
Yeah, no other instrument. If it's not pan, I want nothing else.
A pan or nothing at all?
That is a national instrument, and I find them pushing it enough.
Yeah.
So I feel that's part of my job, to make sure you try and carry pan food.
How does the E-pan compare, in your words, how does the E-pan compare with the traditional steel pan?
I love it, because it's an addition to the pan. It ain't taking away anything, because you go in a studio, say like somebody want to make some kind of beat or something, and all them know is to play pan because they're from down here. You could set the E-pan tones to play any instrument like drums, whatever, and you could play it with the sticks or with your hands and make a beat from on a pan. So in other words, you don't have to go and learn to play keyboards to make beats again. So the E-pan is like a keyboard in the form of a shape of a pan. So now you could play it how you know.
Okay.
So much easier. I love it.
You love the E-pan?
Yeah, it's very nice.
And you've had experience playing the E-pan. I think we've got some footage of you on the E-pan. I'm hoping our directors can pull that up. Some footage of
I was in New York. That was his tent. He was just showing off the pan.
Tell us what's happening here, Leeandro.
Well, this is New York Panama. The inventor of the E-pan, Salmon Cupid, had a tent on the side. So as I came up the stage with the first band, we went to New York to assist some of the bands. He was one of the first. The first band that crossed the stage was one of the bands we played it. And as we was coming up the stage, I was hearing this pan. So now it sound like this and a So when I look at the tent, I said, wait. So I go across and people in the man say, come on, take a chuk. He obviously didn't know I could play good. He just probably
you thought you were just going to drop a little
come and start take a chuk, and my hand start going, and he said, he said, hold up. I could never forget him. I said, hold up. Man run in the back, take out a camera from my bag, press record, start over. That is how this video reached on the internet, because he said, nah man, what's your name? Where you from? I never see you before, and that was it. So that's why he had the little interview in the beginning. He was asking, well, who are you, where you from, what you doing here? I never see you before, because he based in Canada. Yes. But he has come, and anyway, you have Panama in England, you have Panama in New York. He did just be up there pushing it, and he have to do one shot as one of the people who endorse it. So anyway, he do one perform, he try to have the EPAN with him, because he trying to help push it down here.
I know we had Devon on our program one time, and even after the interview, you were just crazy about the EPAN.
Yeah, that part really nice, boy. The fact that you don't have to use sticks all the time, because the pads on them just sensitive enough that if you just touch it like that, it will play. And if you press it harder, you will get that even a bigger tone. And even like the keyboards, you have a sustain pedal. So instead of having to actually roll, you could just press this button and mash the sustain, and it was like keyboards. It's really nice. It's nice.
What would be your tell us a little bit about your most memorable pan travels?
Well, this would be when I went for my auditions for Berkeley College.
Okay, tell us about that.
That come from the same time here when we went up for New York Panama, because we went up, well, that was about, say, the early September for the New York Panama. This picture we're seeing now, that was for a jazz concert when I went up for the audition. I didn't know I'm going to concert, I just go up. The guy who owned Crossfire, who happened to be the assistant to the chief in Pan in America, that is the USSA. He's the assistant president, or I call it vice president. That's his band, and he was having a jazz concert. It's by him I actually stayed when I went up for the audition. Okay. And he said, well, I have a concert. You feel you could make, you'll only tune them today for tomorrow. I said, how much tune? He said, about 50. I said, this man mad. So we just go down by they was down in a basement because it was winter time. That was cool. First time I actually was up there for that particular time. So because this was more around January. And we reach up, listen to songs, and I said, well, these songs, I know I hear them all the time. I never play them, but as long as a song in my head, no problem getting it. Because the notes are already there, just to put your hand on the pan. So one night, they couple all the music.
You learned all 15 songs in one night?
And then they had two featured people. That's a guy on guitar from Africa and a boy named Sharif Clayton on a trumpet. That boy is something else.
Where is he from?
Somewhere in America. That boy is good. So they had them as two featured people playing with his band. And since I'm not in the band, they tried to make it look like I was the third feature. So most of the time, every time they have a song, they drop so off. Take a solo, try to put me on the spot, but that's small, they get accustomed to that. And surprisingly now, that was the night before the auditions for Berkeley. And almost everybody in the audience was either people who go in Berkeley, who just come out of Berkeley, who family go in Berkeley. I don't even like everybody who playing pan in New York, just head for there. So,
tell us why Berkeley College, Berkeley University?
Well, it don't have to be Berkeley, but for some reason, for that New York Panama we went up in 2010, everybody keep pushing this Berkeley, because it's 3 Panama songs we end up learning. 3 Panama songs, and it's 10 minutes. It's not like down here where they change it to 8 minutes. It's like learning half an hour of music. It's not easy. So when we realize we come and we listen to the song, we tell them, play down the song 2-3 times, and then we ready. Notes. Lick up a Panama tune in a night or 2. These robot boys, these people can't be real, because it's the All Boys school. I could boast and say some of the best players come out of All Boys in Tobago. I'll look at Vexer, but see what. Right. Anton, Jack, you name it, Keyshawn, all of us. So we went up, the bomb squad, a small side, go up, and we just start taking notes. From one band, you finish that band, next band, finish that, next band. So these people say, nah boy. Also very good, but they particularly was watching me because the fact that I was moving as if I controlling the practice. I tell them, run the song again, run it again, run it again. Right, we get it now, we get take notes. Now ask them to take a break, the people started showing me the notes. So they were watching, I said, I think you should go Berkeley. So I said, Berkeley. Okay. So okay. And they keep going with Berkeley, everywhere, even the same Salmon, keep it. After all of that, said, where you going college? I think you should go Berkeley. As soon as I move out from that end, and next one I feel again saying, really, he just come out of Berkeley 2 years before that, you should go Berkeley. So it's just like they keep ringing it. So I say, okay, why not try?
And it's one of the top schools.
Probably, I think it's the top music school in the world. It's based in America, But the auditions is worldwide. People from China, Japan, you name it, all over America, Caribbean is applied. And it's only like probably 30% of all these people worldwide that's getting.
And this is where your heart is set on going.
Yeah, and if it definitely it takes a work out, I'm making sure I gotta go somewhere. I have to keep furthering this span.
But not allow the talent to be stagnant.
No.
Allow it to grow.
I have to do something about that.
All right, now tell us a little bit about what you're currently involved in. I'll be coming back a little bit to the Berkeley issue in just a little bit, but tell us a little bit about what you are currently working on. Because like I mentioned earlier on, you're a arranger, steel pan soloist, music producer, and this is set apart from what you do here at Tobago Channel 5. So what are you working on now?
Presently I'm working on a jazz album because I'm more into the jazz music than anything else. So most people just like to jump up for the panorama. You don't really hear how good pan the song unless I play something nice on it. Play the pan instead of ponging, you know, that kind of way. And there's nothing like jazz. You could take a jazz song and do what you want to it because that's basically what jazz is. Improvisation. I love that. I can't play a song. If they tell me play ABC, I will play 2 times, the 3rd time I'll C sharp or something. I can't stay there in this robot way. You have to improvise, make up something, chuck a 2 notes. So that's basically why I love jazz.
That's your creativity coming out there.
Get this space to be able to do what you want. And this jazz album is basically the jazz standard. Songs that you're supposed to know, Girl from Eponeva, Wave, songs that anybody who into jazz, as you hear it, you know it one time at the start. So I want to do an album with someone who's...
Okay, now we're hearing something playing in the background there. That's one of your pieces?
Yes.
Okay, let's hear
So a
it.
little soft.
Now, Leandro, while that was playing, I just from my head, you know.
Exactly.
You know, just swaying a little bit there. Because it was just relaxing and soothing. And I've heard people say, I'm not a pan lover. Some people would say they're not a pan lover, but they could definitely listen to that.
Exactly. That is the reason I prefer to play pan than to pong it. You don't beat pan, you don't pong pan. Make it sound good.
You play the pan. But we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, viewers, we're still chatting this morning with Mr. Leandro Noray, arranger, steel pan, soloist, music producer, just 3 of the many hats. Stay tuned and join us just after this.